don't know when to.
Start with that.
6, 5. This is probably late though. I mean, I think we're
we're
here. We have no idea what's
was
going
that
on
45
here.
seconds?
As
Oh
a-
yeah, it was.
That was probably
We're
as
right.
least of a bomb as ours could have been.
Hi, friends.
That was a explosive start, guys.
Yeah, that was very
Quite the explosive
Spot.
start.
Good open.
Let me just pop on this real quick.
Yeah, well, let's take 1 second to get all our
No, we're
media,
good. We are
media
good.
shit right. But hopefully you're joining us.
Yeah, we're trying to get our shit in as much as Cody Rhodes got his shit in.
Oh, come on.
Right off the
man.
bat, why would you do
We're
that
in
to
the
him?
studio, brother. We're excited. It's the first time we've been in the
This
the
is Matt
Matt's
James'
studio.
I can't get the battery off. We'll figure that out.
And we did have.
We'll get the battery off eventually.
I like the battery though. The battery
Well,
kind of
yeah,
adds to it. The battery adds like a little, like a gorilla aspect.
It
to
makes it feel like you're here, like you're behind the camera.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
Wayne's World.
But yeah, dude,
yeah.
I really love the studio we got going on so far. This is good, man. This is what we've been talking about for a long time, and it's
Yeah,
finally
Look at
like,
that.
yeah, we got Matt back there.
Matt goes.
We're actually in the same room today. Yeah,
There's a
dude,
person here,
I'm super excited about this, and what a way to jump right into it, huh, guys?
Yeah, the Revolution.
So I have not watched. This is the most wrestling I've watched outside of WWE in a very long time. This is the first time I think I've seen AEW since maybe the first or second AEW.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Not to sell you on why I shouldn't be commenting on the wrap up of the show, but it was I don't know. It was it had a couple spots in the middle where I might have tuned out a little bit, but for the most part, they kept it going.
Now we're talking about AEW, not WandaVision.
Wait,
So,
I forgot.
So-
Okay.
Matt zoned out, but luckily we took some notes. Meticulous John Roy notes. It's actually 1.5 pages. It's the most notes I've ever taken on wrestling.
John Roy, that's actually a really old notebook, and I apologize.
Yeah.
Sorry, the cover is just a little bit dusty.
Blow it off. So
So honestly, it's probably the first time you guys watched it in a while. I think I watched the second to last pay-per-view, but also I've been watching Dynamite, so I know like the Shaq stuff. I know the I have the background. I have the background information for these matches. I do know that we could start off. What was the first match? We had the tag team title match.
we're gonna start off with the tag team battle royal, and you guys.
We're starting with the
Wait, that was the first. That was not the first match, was it?
first match was the tag team title match, and it was the Jericho
That's right.
MJF
Sorry.
versus the Young Bucks.
We
You
just
can
put
tell-
over your notes, bro.
the notes, and the notes are already wrong.
That must have been the half a page I missed.
You must have did one whole
No,
page.
we did.
Yeah.
We did
You
the whole
did
bit.
2.5 pages.
That's what it was.
We'll bring you behind the scenes real quick. Bacon wasn't here at the beginning. We had to pick him up. We had to pick him up.
No, we had to make sure he got here.
Yeah, because so this is the thing. I did not think this was gonna be a possibility to be able to come here tonight because I was actually like moving around my house. I was doing adult shit.
Yep.
So I was like, dude, I'm gonna be so tired by it happens. And then Matt was just like, I'm picking you up, asshole. And I was just like,
You're like, nah, I had just gotten to the point where I decided I didn't want to leave the house.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I already left 5 minutes ago.
And I was like,
you
okay.
get
And I'm
your
like, I'm here.
dick.
yeah, and that too. I was like, John just fucking came here from another state, dude. Like, I
got
gotta show
tested.
up at this point.
Regularly tested.
Yeah.
Still negative.
Oh boy, jeez.
Regular.
Well, yeah, the hardest working man and the
No
most
itch.
tested man in professional
I've
wrestling.
never. I haven't stuck this much stuff up my nose since I was like 18.
And then again and again. But
So-
Chris Silvestri in our comments did say that the ending was a little lackluster, but we'll get there. We'll get to the
Oh.
ending. We'll get there. So even
Stick
though,
around,
and
Chris.
also the beginning of this notes is a little lackluster, like the ending. We're gonna be so the
Way to
first match.
spoil it, Nick.
First match was the tag title match. It was the MJF and Chris Jericho versus
the
the Young Bucks. They recently they brought in the Young Bucks' dad, Johnny Fabulous. Is that who it was?
Yeah, Johnny Fabulous.
And he got like beat around by Jericho and MJF. So during the match, tip that they did a bunch of shit going on. Jericho lost the match with Wardlow entering. So we had kind of a tiff between the Inner Circle.
Is there a problem with the Inner Circle? I don't think so.
So is there a circle forming inside of the Inner Circle?
There is a
There's a
circle
circle.
jerk forming inside of
I think the circle jerk
circle.
is MJF, and he's trying to get everybody else out of the Inner Circle, which is why he infiltrated into the Inner Circle. So he's that's why Sammy
I
Guevara's
think
out.
he's just circle jerking
Jake
everyone
Hager's
around.
not.
Absolutely.
He's jerking everybody
And
around.
he dropped a little. I'm sure most people caught it, but he dropped a little. Jericho goes, "There's something's going to change here in the inner circle," and MJF is like, "Oh, something's going to change here in the inner circle."
Listen, I've wrestled Max a few times. Max is like star, dude, star, and it's crazy to see him it's crazy to see him in a interview with Jericho.
Yeah.
And just Jericho look like a fucking schlub.
Clown.
Like, dude, Jericho just looked like a guy.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like he pitched to Max to close the promo.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
And, dude, it's awesome. That's the part where, like, I say all the time, like, I haven't been watching that much wrestling during the pandemic, but, like, watching shit like school where it's like, yo, like, that's my boy. And, dude, like, Jericho's throwing to him to close the promo. Like, that's fucking awesome. So, like, that was a cool part of it. But, like, yeah, I unfortunately, I didn't get to see the match because I was still at Casa de Bacon. I was predisposed.
Yeah, so there's 3 matches that you mentioned. The other one was the Tag Team Battle Royal.
Which was
which is where
we have our problems. We have our problems with the match, but overall, kept moving. Fine.
I wrote spots. Phoenix and Pac won. Sorry, spoilers.
If you're watching the post AEW show, we're giving away spoilers.
It's a review.
It was So and it was all. I think Nick, you were saying this a lot. It's all outside.
Yeah, all right, so that's what I'm saying. All outside interference. Dude, literally at least 6 or 7 of the competitors were pulled outside from not even a person on their team. So it was like a manager of the team, or even like Jack Evans showed up for some reason. They basically were trying to build a lot of stories outside, so everyone was trying to get their shit in. So it kind of just felt convoluted.
Which, I mean, that's the nature of a battle royal.
Yeah, but like no. But
and especially a tag team battle royal.
Now, what were the rules? Was this like over the top?
It was, and it was also elimination. It was not both go out. Only one went out. So that's actually what happened. Like towards the end, Christopher Daniels was out, but Kaz was still in.
Kaz still in, so you can still have that.
So if one goes out, then the other teammate stays.
If one goes out, they all go
out. I like that.
I love that.
I thought you meant like
as a ref go like pin the guy.
No, God, no, they didn't do any of that. No, it was that's what I liked.
I like that. Yeah, that's a cool rule.
Going back though, like that rule, there was a WrestleMania 14 Battle Royal, or maybe one of those, not 14 Battle Royals. This is what they won. I think it was on Raw, and it had LOD where like Hawk got thrown out, and they're like, "Animal, you got to get out of the ring," and Animal's like, "Sure." That is the rules.
It was the Outlaws.
The
Outlaws talked him out of it, didn't they? They talked him out of the rig. Is that what it was?
No. It's literally the referee.
Oh, they did. Oh, the ref. He didn't know.
Yeah,
it was a rush, but now I gotta go.
No, nothing happened. The referee goes, "You gotta get out of the ring," and he's like, "Sure, I'll get out of the ring." No, but I'm talking about like how do you have a tag team battle royal where both of them get out at the same time?
I understand that you're a tag team.
Yeah.
When one of you loses, both of you lose traditionally in a tag team match.
Yeah, but not a battle royal.
No, I like that. I like that a lot. I like eliminations over. I like eliminations over fatal 4-ways. I really don't. I really feel you really should have to be pinned to lose a match.
So this is my counter argument. Being in wrestling now, like when I was just being like a fan, I 100% agree with you. As a fan, I would much rather see elimination than first fall wins.
Yep.
Being on the other side of it, as a promoter, you want to keep guys strong and you want to keep guys safe. Now, instead of one guy taking a pin, 3 guys have to take a pin. Fuck that. Let's just have that one fall guy.
Figure out how to. We can get all of us on the screen.
It feels like a 1980s TV show.
Is this
Buddy Couch?
What would you do, baby, without us?
Is this what was it? Glamour Shots?
Yeah.
All the glamour.
What was it? Where I'm like strangling a kitten. I'm like,
I'm strangling a kitten.
So right after that was the women's match, and it was this was the culmination of a
I put on Twitter. It was a two continent. You had 2 continents to pick from.
Yeah.
2 entire continents in the match.
Of all women.
Of all the women. And it was awful.
Wait, what?
What do you mean?
So all right, so listen.
Okay, can I just wait? Can we peel back the curtain just one second? this is where we realized that we couldn't Uber Bacon here.
Yeah,
because Uber
was
is
like,
shut
we're
down.
not going to Bacon's house. Bacon lives
Not
in too
doing
much
it.
luxury.
Specifically not going to Bacon's house. So I was like, fuck it.
Hollywood Hills.
I'll
is too
go
much for us,
get
they
bacon.
said.
I'll go get bacon. And I was like, and then the ladies came on, and I did want to see this match because I figured it would be hard hitting. And I somehow made a half-hour round trip, like a 21-minute round
The
trip.
exact amount of this match.
And it was the perfect amount of this match. So I'm going to have to remove myself from this match. I like the entrances, though. I'll tell you that.
Well, so me and John were the ones watching it. So me and John basically had similar ideas. John, how do you feel?
I hated it. It was everything about it was bad. I hated it. Like,
all right,
it was sloppy there.
Can we make this a single shot on John while he says he hates it? Can we remove bacon?
Oh yeah, there's the
no
chops.
sound.
There's the chop stuff that was the can I get a drink, bartender? Hey, can I get a drink?
That's what I and then the kicks too. Those little, they were just like.
So I went on. I did a little infiltration when I read it, and I was trying to prove John a point. I will say this match stinks on ice, and it does. It stunk, and I will. It literally within not even 30 seconds, I got minus 15 downvotes.
Oh, yeah, they're hard. You cannot post any criticism on in an AEW on any sort of social media without like immediately.
They got bots out there, dude. They got Russian bots.
Oh, they're gonna get some.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah. So.
Oh yeah, no, you can't fight the internet, baby. I'll tell you. You can fight the entire internet.
You can't fight tonight.
We'll get to that.
You can't fight tonight.
So I had a guy literally go. So what you didn't? So I said I hated this no selling because there's a lot of no selling. She had to hit her finish 3 times, and then she finished it with a kick. So she didn't even hit with her finish. It was like maybe 15, 16 near falls. I don't want to watch that. Like I want to watch a match that builds me to the end.
Okay, but
and they're smiling. They're smiling at the camera.
Devil's advocate.
You didn't see the match.
I know, but I'm just saying. But I'm not talking about this match. I'm just talking about. You just said you don't want to see 16, 17 false finishes, right? So I'm not talking about this match. You're just saying that in general. When
I say false finishes, though, I mean literally close to threes.
Yeah, but that's what a lot of their fan base likes. So they are placating to their audience, which is the correct thing to do.
Was it hard hitting at least?
So they did start doing some hard hitting at the end, but it really wasn't on key or anything. It didn't look great.
It was the high spots where they were all over the place.
Yeah, and then there was a part where someone posted, "Oh man, how hard hitting Cheetah is," and she literally it was like a forearm punch, a kick, a barely kick to the face. It was just not. It was.
How bad were you clamoring for Nia Jax to come out and just clean house? Would you have lost your mind?
Right. So yeah, right after Nyla Rose and Vicky Guerrero came out. And
I had no idea.
I'm telling you,
that's awesome.
The ending made absolutely no. It was just
Sheeta won, and then immediately Nyla Rose comes out and beats the crap out of him. So this whole eliminator tournament was really just. There's no story there. There's
to get fed to Nyla Rose.
I feel like Nyla Rose is going to be the person that is the bearer between if you need to win the title
to get to the champion.
Yes,
you have to get
always
Nyla.
Be there. You have to
that makes sense. That's a good role for her.
Sure,
it's a great role.
The gatekeeper.
Yeah, I feel like that's a perfect role for her. I think that's what's going to happen. But I'm telling you, man, you can't fight against the crowd that loves hentai. that's what it is.
That's what they want to see. They want to see those outfits wrestling each other. And boy, do they!
Oh, I didn't say.
You can't say those girls. You can't say those girls aren't talented.
Oh God, no! I'm saying the fans are still
creeps.
I
think NXT is much more talented women, and I think WWE, SmackDown, and Raw both have more talented women. I think AEW has missed the boat on the women, even with stories and matches. I'm telling you.
I will concede that. And it's not even I'm not against the AEW girl because I think AEW may have the most talented female on the planet, but she's just been hurt for the past year.
Yeah.
So that is definitely hurting their women's roster right now. So when you look at the WWE landscape, they have so many talented women. So many.
Yeah.
You can make a point. You can make an argument that they might be deeper in the women's division than they are in the men's division, which hasn't been said in maybe ever.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I would give the nod to WWE over AEW when it comes to women wrestlers, just because there's never been a time WWE had a more stacked women's roster.
When do you think you can main event an AEW show with a women's match?
You can.
I'm saying this could be a little bit further.
Do you think that they'd probably hotshot it though? I'd probably before they're ready, just like WWE before they were ready to do it, but you had to do it. You know what I mean? You have to take that leap and get it done. I'd say as soon as Statlander's back.
Yeah. I think Statler can be pushing
against whoever.
I think Sheeta's great.
Good.
I just don't think whoever they brought in against her, which was kind of a little too much cliche. She's a little too like tongue in cheek with what she was doing. But Alex Calder did say that. Wait, Zany, like later on, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to this.
Yeah, we'll talk about Zany.
Alex Calder did say that this feels like it's that 70s show.
Oh, this right? Hanging out.
This does. It really does.
It's okay.
We did earlier. We did do that 30s earlier.
Obviously, the blanket behind Bacon and John is there, ironically. So, and that's probably what he means, because when you hit a zoom in on the Bacon and John shot, that's the fucking.
He also said that it looks like John Roy brought the Coke, which it does look like a Coke.
Yeah, yeah, looks like.
Yeah, it looks like he brought the Coke.
Okay, you know what, guys? I'm gonna be fucking sneaking off camera.
Yeah. So the next one, what was the next one? Oh, the when you got here.
I was here.
You got here for this,
and you guys said this was the best match of the nights to this point.
Yeah.
So I thought I showed up at a good time.
Very good match. Yes.
Because I enjoyed the fuck out of this match. So that's why I was very surprised that you guys were like, oh no, this is by far the best thing tonight.
So far.
Because I was like, oh, dude, like the way it's weird. Like when you have a match, because that match wasn't good in the sense of like they did a million things. It was just a good story. Crowd was into it. It built well. So I was just like, oh, this must be how the night's going.
Yeah.
And then you guys told me the opposite. But yeah, Paige and Matt Hardy absolutely destroyed it. Like, one thing that I could say AEW is nasty at, they're so good at building moments in the moment, right? We're like WWE, right? They'll set up a table, then shit will happen. 20 minutes later, they use the table.
Yeah.
AEW, they'll set up the table. Guys will reverse like 12 different things and then go right through the table. Like, so I do like that. Like, and they use that a lot later in the other match. But like the things with the buckshot, like kept teasing it. Eventually, it finally like bumps one guy, bumps another guy, fires up. It looks like he's about to hit it, gets caught in the side effect, right? Yep. Like that shit was dope.
Twist of Fate right after that too.
Yeah, dude,
that was close. Fall. See, that was an earned near fall. The women's match.
Oh, the Twist of Fate. Yeah, that whole side effect of the Twist of Fate was an earned fall. They caught us. I called us all a bunch of marks. We go 1, 2.
Yeah. Oh, Paige gonna lose all of his money.
There's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. I'm thankful
that means
for
they
that.
fucking
did
great.
For that. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a great match.
So compared to the Sheeta and Rio match, that killed the crowd.
We're gonna have to tighten this shot up eventually. I look like a big purple fat piece of shit on this couch.
we got the grimace. We got the
Nick's blanket.
Yeah. Where's the blanket at?
Where's the blanket? Hold on.
We got a
third grimace sighting we've seen tonight. We had the premiere.
We'll come back to that.
The premiere.
Yeah, we'll
come back to Zordon.
Rangers.
Yeah. Here you go. Go back to that now. Go Rangers.
Can't you kids get me a butterscotch?
I need a sarsaparilla.
Yes, Zordon.
Look at the long shot of you.
Did we have any notes for this match?
This is my favorite match on the card. I think
we do. Actually,
this was really fun.
We do. Really good. We have the Adam Rose finisher.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I forgot about that.
Where he fell backwards onto the dark corner.
So shades of Adam Rose with the finish, dude. Matt Hardy, and by the way, like so. I've been very lucky to be able to work with some great. Like I never got to work with Matt Hardy. Yeah. But I know a bunch of people work with him. I worked with a bunch of people.
And you're no Matt Hardy.
And you, sir.
And you, sir. But I heard he pops you on the punches. I heard he's tight.
Taters?
Tater totters.
Wow.
And before the Adam Rose spot, he tatered him in the head so hard, bro. And then he just falls back, and then they do the rosebud, push back up, and then here comes the buckshot. Boom. Again, dude, that finish. I mean, that whole match was great.
All this empty space. Where's Nick?
Where's Nick?
Ian in the
right,
fully functional bathroom in my bar.
Let's go to the.
Can I have a beer, Kevin? Let's go to the bathroom. To the bathroom cam.
Hey, to the Chuck Berry cam.
To the P cam. You know what? Can you tell, as a little bit of a side thing, and it's not my story and it's not your story, but can you tell the TK Jeff Hardy, just to kind of coincide with the stiffing of the Matt Hardy? Can you tell the TK Jeff Hardy?
So one time, I forgot who he was tagging with at the time. It was TK and someone versus Hardy Boys, and Jeff. Apparently Jeff told him in the back, and like I've been on a ton of shows that Jeff is the fucking nicest guy in the world. Like you would shake his hand, like introduce yourself to him, and this is my favorite thing people do. Like they re-say your name. Like I'll be like, "Hey man, Dylan, what's up?" And he goes, "What's that, Dylan? Oh man, I'm Jeff. Nice to meet you, man." Like,
oh, you're Jeff Hardy?
Yeah. Oh, you're Jeff, dude. I had no idea. So like, sweetheart of a guy. So apparently goes to TK in the back because TK was taking the Swanton for the finish. And he goes, "Hey brother, Swanton gonna be a little tight tonight. A little tight." And but TK didn't think of anything of it, dude. Athlete forever, so whatever. So they have the match. Jeff hits the Swanton. TK comes sprinting to the back, like 1, 2, 3, sprints to the back, and threw up for about 30 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
30 minutes straight. And probably one of the worst Swantons one of us has ever taken.
Jesus, yeah. And you fucking
saw those.
Watch the high spot in a couple weekends and see a fun Swanton I take.
Oof.
Yeah,
hey, breaking news. But
then everyone's gonna see Beaver's Gamble coming up. Everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck?
What did Mike
do? Sumo time.
Holy shit.
Or like, yeah. Dude,
so the thing about that is on the Swanton, it's because Jeff's knees are fucked, and you have to roll through and really basically take it on the sideways action, which is what all those braces are
what
made.
Happens is if you're light to someone on a senton or a swanton, whatever, the majority of it's coming down on your like tailbone and heels.
Yeah.
Right. And like you said, he just like motorcycle accident, his legs were fucked.
His house on fire, his dog died, his brother was actually the one that set the fire that killed his dog.
Was bad all along. Yeah, so when he hits a swanton now, if you watch early Jeff,
and I sent Lita to Adam's house.
So when he first
and I told him there was no more Ubers tonight.
when he first would hit it, if you watch a young Jeff, barely touch the guy. Old Jeff,
oh dude, it was the neck would hit it.
Oh yeah, old Jeff, you get lucky. That full 230.
Right on your gut. Straight ass. That's TNA. Teenage Jeff is the one that started giving the ass right away.
No, dude, I'm telling you, it was right after his motorcycle accident.
Yeah, when was that?
Yeah, he was in TNA during it, but
right in TNA.
2012. Probably turning point.
Yeah, but I'll tell you that Matt Hardy and Page match, that was a great match, and that got the crowd back into it. They got us into it because we popped for that that whole like in the Buckshot Lariat, because like he was trying to do the Buckshot Lariat a couple times. So Private Party comes in, they start coming in and trying to get involved because like I like them better where Matt Hardy is now.
Yeah,
you know.
Oh, dude, Money Matt is so much better than Broken Matt. I never seen Money Matt.
I don't think. Better, maybe it's just I think that like the Broken Matt Hardy had run its course for the time being, and I don't think we've seen the end of Broken Matt. But that shit is great. I do think that the videos and the promos they showed us, the clips were probably better than the collective entire promo. The stuff that they showed us tonight that got me.
No.
Great.
Money Matt's been great. Money Matt getting Private Party turning heel. Money Matt trying to get over on Hangman because. He the best part was he did do the contract switch, and then Matt Hardy posted on Twitter was like, "You don't think I watched the show?" So that's why he did the match tonight. Was he wanted to get one over on him again? Yeah. So like that, it's just a great story. Matt Hardy gets it. He's always got it.
Now I have to say this: the house shows not existing, like for guys that were on the WWE schedule are now in AEW, right? And especially no fans, no house shows, no nothing. Matt moved so much better tonight than he did in that entire last WWE run. Because, dude, there were some times where it was sad to watch him, dude. Like, because he would get up and he couldn't bend his knee. Like, everything.
Like
his
some of that
hips
shit
were
with
locked.
Bray, the tag shit with Bray.
Yeah, he
You want to
couldn't
be able
move.
to hit the twisted fate.
He couldn't move.
Yeah.
And, like, he looked physically great. It was the same thing with Angle. Angle looked great. If you look at a picture of Angle, you're like, oh, this motherfucker can go again.
Yeah.
And then he would start moving. And you're like, okay, he's old. So that's what Matt looked like. But now Matt in AEW, motherfucker was moving good tonight. It was the best I've seen him move in a long time.
And I would say, I think this. How many years do you think this put on many wrestlers' lives? Right
Brought back, yes. And you've said that before on the podcast, but that's a great point, Nick, is that you find out, and Kurt Angle said it great. He goes, you find out at a certain point, years later, they come up with a bump count. Your body is a bump count. And he goes, well, I just gave 8,000 of those bumps a week to Dr. Tom Pritchard in the training. Why was I doing those bumps for no reason? You know what I mean? And you want to talk about elongating a bump count, and we talk about Miz's ability to wrestle this long and not get injured and stuff. But they were wrestling 300 nights a year. Mm-hmm. Sasha Banks was wrestling 300 nights a year. What she's wrestled 80 in the last year? That's fucking fantastic. They're really. It's the whole Chris Nowinski fucking less is more. Yeah. Protect your neck and.
Dude, and this is the thing too. Like, and I think a lot of this is getting us totally off topic, but like the house show thing, like fans, those are for people to have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun.
And the person.
And they are fun. They are fun. The house shows are great. That's where you get all the ref spots. That's where you get the goofy endings and the hot shot fucking. All the everybody do their thing. What's the matter? We
you got
there we go. We're good.
No, we're good. We're doing some live editing as it goes on.
Oh, is it too much on my fat grimace belly for too long? Is that what the problem was?
Well, Matt. So Matt, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you made money with a microphone for the last 20 years.
No.
But when I do this,
means
that means just keep talking and don't
pay attention.
Yeah,
to what
don't bring attention to our technical problems, Matt.
See, this is why First Bake works so well. First Bakes works so well because we have views.
So now that we got to figure it out. For the fans at home, I did this to Matt as a sign to, hey, keep talking because I see John trying to figure this out. And Matt goes, hey, what's going on over there, guys? And then Nick tries to save it. And he goes, what? Is it because my big fat fucking grimace cut? Jesus Christ, you rat. Dude.
That's not a bad save, though. It's not a bad stretch to start talking shit about myself.
Terrible.
All right, so
he's been making money 20 years on a fucking... I'm sure at some point in a Batman show, you were the Riddler and you're like, did my gut show riddle me this.
What is not right, but not wrong?
Why do I look good in a thong? Answer me this, kids. So I was crying on stage.
So after that, we go to the brass ring match.
All right. Okay. Wait. Let's start off real quick with that. Bacon, you brought it up first. I didn't know.
It was literally
a fucking brass ring.
So throughout the match, we're watching it, and you see it closer and closer towards the end of the match, but it turns out it was just a spray painted gold life preserver, like a buoy.
We are New Englanders, okay? Buoy. John is from Rhode Island. It's a small state, and 98% of it is covered in nautical buoys.
I thought it was rope.
John knows a nautical buoy when he sees one. That was a life preserver, maybe John Astor's from the Titanic. It had nautical rope on it with a sheep shank or a bowline as a good Cub Scout. That was either a sheep shank or a bowline. That was 100%. They went to either I thought you'd never ask. They literally went to some sort of like sea shanty. Sally sells sea shanties.
Scorpio Sky sells sea
All right. So the match was good.
Real quick. If you're bringing out a debut of a brand new guy, like Ethan Page came out brand new. This is the secret guy that was in the match. Real quick. Well, why would you have him? We'll go down in a minute. But why would you have him come out in a 6-man tag, though?
Okay, wait. Can I real quick? I did not know, first of all, that this was called what it was called.
Face of the Revolution.
And we were watching, and I knew it was a ladder match. And we watched, and it showed up on the thing, and nobody said anything. And I said, is that a brass ring? and nobody said anything, and I said, "I'll fucking kill myself if that's."
Oh, you did
brass
say to
ring.
kill himself, right? He was going to kill himself.
So that was
I'll
where,
fucking kill myself if that's the
a
brass ring.
total of 4 times actually throughout this match. You said
I said I'll fucking kill myself. Please,
That's so funny.
please tell me each time I said it as we go.
You said it.
Don't tell me no. Don't do it right now. Tell me as we get to
we'll
it.
We'll start on the list. We'll do the list.
Okay, so Max Caster comes out.
Max Caster.
Big first.
Drop bars.
Great. Yeah, he did, and it was very timely.
And you know what was so funny about Florida? What were the two? What
Florida
were the two jokes he made? They were yeah. So he said Dr. Seuss got canceled. Florida was like, boo, and he was like Andrew Cuomo got blood in my hands, and they were like, yeah, get him, Max. That shit was not funny. But yeah, Max, we'll get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself.
So that's what I said. And he did that weird kiss the hand that he kissed Pentagon's hand at one point.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. So we got Lance Archer in the match.
All right, so Lance Archer did come out next, accompanied by Jake the Snake.
Followed by his tramp stamp.
Yeah, with a tramp stamp that is actually colored in now.
It's colored in. Riding through this. If there's one thing I learned from watching Sons of Anarchy.
Stamp on his tramp?
Yes, more stamp for the trip. If there's one thing I've learned from watching Sons of Anarchy, it's that he must have got X'd out of a club, and they made him cover up his colors.
He got X'd out of the Dolphins.
Out of the Dolphins fucking
club.
All right,
we're
pretty sure. I can't remember completely, but I'm pretty sure Lance Archer's tattoos was 2 dolphins fucking and sucking at the same time.
Yeah, it was a standing 69.
And prove me wrong.
Dolphins.
Prove me
wrong.
They
were anamorphic dolphins.
Put me behind the table with the teacup. Prove me wrong.
Chris Silvestri, real quick.
Honestly, I think they're tribal wings, which might be worse.
Chris Silvestri did say that the brass ring was a Sonic coin, and we did say that.
That's Bacon sung song when we came on air.
So
literal Sonic coin, but it was.
Who else was in the match?
So we had Pentagon came out after.
Pentagon looks fucking yoked. Yeah, not in a good way. He does not look great. He does not look great
in the quick way.
Looks like Pentagon's on the Big Bacon diet right now. Like the Big Bacon pandemic.
It's more like a rhombus and not a pentagon, right?
Right? Maybe a dodecahedron. I don't know.
More like octagon came out here. I don't know. Actually, that's smaller.
Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes after that, and someone said Shaq.
So I thought Shaq was gonna come out, but Cody Rhodes came out. And he came out from the middle entrance. And he had a full middle entrance where he was like, "Here I am, it's Cody Rhodes." And dude, everyone powdered. They all left.
Oh God, they gave him the Triple H fucking center of the ring entrance. Absolutely. You know why?
Because he's fucking Cody Rhodes.
Because he's Cody fucking Rhodes.
Cody fucking Rhodes.
Listen, when this company first started, I said if anyone is going to take this proverbial ball and run with it, it's going to be him. Just because he. Like being in the ring with him, watching him work, like for that long loop where we had him on our shows with us, dude, like he can control a crowd and control people like I've never seen someone be able to do before. So, like, just the way everyone was presented in this match.
Yeah,
Cody was the fucking star.
Cody was
a star. Whole match was about him. Didn't matter who won. Didn't matter who debuted. Okay. Whole match about
even when Cody Rhodes was injured.
No, we get to that.
Oh, sorry. But Cody Rhodes was still the star of this match.
Yeah, and
even when Cody Rhodes was hurt, Cody Rhodes was in the corner of that fucking screen, being the star of this match.
But he's not wrong though. That's the problem with it.
When Cody's not on screen, people should be asking, "Where's Cody?"
We're still on the entrances, though.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm a little drunk.
But here comes all ego, Ethan Page.
Ethan Page, the big signing.
So this is the big signing that he was supposed to. Yeah, and he wasn't even supposed to go to NXT, but like he ended up coming from TNA. He was a big tag team wrestler. They did mention it, and they mentioned how he was Josh Alexander. Did they mention his matches with Max Caster?
No. This is what happened.
Darby Allin.
Yeah, they said, if he gets a shot at the TNT title, him and Darby Allin have history on the Indies. This is a very well-known thing in wrestling, fighting, anything. You don't really try to bring up past matches.
Yeah.
It's not going to sell a future fight.
No.
Because everyone will say, well, I could just find that match.
Yes. Especially in this day and age.
Yes. So
I could probably find 6, 7 fucking Darby Allin.
So why are you getting one for indie that they wrestled at? Why are you getting them clicks? Just say, oh my goodness. Imagine you get all ego Ethan Page and fucking Darby Allin at AEW for the first time an AEW ring?
Yeah, this week I can watch that. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh, I can watch it tonight. You know?
On a side note, All Ego Ethan Page on the, I'm sure on some indie circuits or whatever, but mostly on the Good Brothers pay-per-view. The what is it, John? Talking Chopomania.
Talking Chopomania. Yeah.
He has this ninja character, and he fucking steals the show every time with these facials. Fucking All Ego Ethan Page is
he's great.
so much fun.
No, he's great.
And one other side note, when he worked Blitzkrieg, I was running music, and I had to, and this is years ago before like people like really uploaded their entrance music onto YouTube. I had to search for All Ego Ethan Page, whatever. For some reason, on my iPhone for the next like 7 years, anytime I hit the word A, All Ego Ethan Page came up, like whether I was in Google or YouTube or something. For some reason, All Ego Ethan Page entrance music was the fucking thing that my phone tried to like autocorrect to. Anyway, continue.
Well, no. Now, Nick.
And someone said, "Who's the sixth man?"
Oh yeah, that's our.
Who's the sixth man?
But who's sixth man?
So Nick, this is where I'm gonna completely disagree with you. So you said like, well, why would you debut him in this match?
Yep.
It's like, fucking Ethan is nasty. Bro.
Okay, give me this.
Nasty.
I'll agree with those spots that he did. Give me the spots that he did.
Well, he had some fucking great Razor's Edge power bombs.
He had that one.
He had that springboard RKO onto a ladder. He did some cool shit.
That's 6 other guys in the ring are doing the same exact shit that he's doing.
But listen,
you want to show off what he's gonna do.
He's not Christian. He's not Kurt Angle. That is a perfect, because especially because he can do so much, especially because he's so fucking talented in the ring. You put him in a situation like that to say, "Hey, we got another guy who can go. We got another guy who can
showcase what he has." If he's All Ego,
so you want him to come in and squash someone?
A 6-man match. I want
because AEW fans are smarter.
I can do
because AEW fans are smarter and they watch everything, so they know who Ethan Page is.
But I just don't want to see him as a 6-man. There's obviously casual fans who watch it tonight because there's a Hall of Fame legend coming out. If I see Ethan Page come out, and that's a big debut coming out with the Hall of Fame legend that you're expecting to be Kurt Angle, that it becomes Kurt Angle. You have Ethan Page come into a 6-man.
Oh, that was the spot.
Into it.
That was the spot that everyone thought the legend was coming out on, the 6-man.
No,
he was announced for this match, right?
No. There was a nothing spot on the 6-man. It was a mystery person. That was coming out.
Oh, so did people think that's where the
nobody
thought that?
There's two debuts coming out.
Okay, sorry.
So I thought it was a good spot for him. Like I said, especially because he can do so much and he's creative and innovative. So like having another brain like that in a 6-person ladder match definitely helps out. One thing I didn't like, I will tell you this.
Okay.
I agree on one thing. There's one point where he fucking like hit Lance Hoyt or whatever his name is.
Archer?
That's Archer.
It
was Hoyt,
suplex,
right?
duplex complex?
It was Hoyt.
It was Hoyt.
No, it's Vance Archer, Lance Hoyt, then Lance Archer.
So he hits him.
No, it's Vance.
Like,
it's Lance.
Bob Vance, Refrigeration Hoyt.
It's Bob Vance.
It was Lance Archer, and now it's Lance Hoyt.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's Lance Archer. It's Lance Archer right now.
All right, so Lance. He kept Lance. The Lancer, that's what we call it.
Long Meadow Lancer.
He hits the Lancer, and Lancer looks at him, and Ethan Page goes Ric Flair, so whoa.
Yeah.
It's like you just badass. You're cool.
You're cool. You got to come out here and do. That's why I wanted him to come out. Imagine if it was Darby Allin Open Challenge this Wednesday night on Dynamite, and Ethan Page comes out, has a fucking ball over match. That is a showcase for Ethan Page coming out, and he can lose. He can lose that match. That's fine. He can lose by shenanigans, or he can win it.
But again, what if that's not their plans with him? What if their plans are to have a huge thing with him?
But like it's supposed to be something like it's a mystery guy coming out. I would want it to be lesser than what Ethan Page, because I think Ethan Page can be really big.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have it be lesser than Ethan Page. So I feel like Ethan Page can move up real quickly. Because what's he going to go on from here? And then let's go real quick.
What was he going to go on for Darby? They didn't have no plans to have Darby lose the title. Where were they going to go with that?
Darby's going to lose that title because he got his ass kicked during this match later on. That's the thing. I think he's going to lose the title.
Yeah, not the fucking brand new guy.
Scorpio.
Maybe Scorpio.
But Ethan Page could have beat him for the title real quick. You literally give him the title right away. He's wrestling on TV every week.
You can't do that.
You could.
Can't do it.
Bathroom cam.
No. He's doing Matt's doing social pistis thing right now. So we are going on to the next match. No, actually, I want to talk about Cody Rhodes real quick.
No, time out.
Let's talk about Cody Rhodes.
There was a couple things.
Oh, we do have the bathroom cam.
What's the bathroom exit cam?
How did you zoom in? That zooms in high.
So I will say this.
The zooming in worked on that camera?
No, I just did it.
Oh, great.
I will say this about that match.
You did it on there. Gotcha.
About the ladder match.
Yeah.
A lot of it was Scorpio Sky versus Max Sky. Max was everywhere in this match.
Max was great.
If I were to pick 2 stars of this match, it would be Cody and Max.
Yeah.
Period.
Cody, huh?
Fucking match is about him because it would be Max and Scorpio would do a bunch of cool shit, and then it would end with Cody taking a big bump. Right? Them doing some cool shit, Cody taking a big bump.
Yeah.
So Max was definitely.
You did it 5 times, Nick. How many times? Did it the 5 times necessary.
Jesus Christ, I'm
It's
trying
3
to
times.
professional.
I know you did it literally until you broke bacon. Why? if you did it one less time, everything would have been fine.
Caster was all over the place in this match in a good way. Where he was the backbone of the match, where he was taking everything from everyone, and then again Cody was just taking the big spots. If you watch a highlight, it's going to be mostly Cody Rhodes taking.
It started with the Pentagon doing the Canadian Destroyer on the ladder, where he took all of the Canadian Destroyer.
Let's start with Cody acting surprised that he signed Ethan Page.
Oh yes, that's right. Cody's the one in the ring when Ethan Page comes out, and Cody's like, "Wow, who was this guy?" And it's literally on the contract that fucking signed Ethan Page. Yeah.
And the best part was, I go, the contract did say. It did say Cody Rhodes. That's my name. I must have signed you.
You signed it.
That was they'll put those conversations.
The contract has signed.
Ethan Page.
That's
right,
why we had so many meetings.
This all makes sense. This added up.
Yeah.
What was one of our other notes that we had in there? The hand. Do we have the hand kissing yet?
That was towards the end.
Oh, we have more than that. We have a litany of notes that we took during this. That John.
We forgot the Jake Roberts heart attack.
Oh God! Oh, that's right. Jake Roberts.
Wait. Can I have a shot?
Yeah, you got it.
First of all, 4 minutes before Jake Roberts gets involved, Jake Roberts was standing the whole match. He's not standing.
Oh, he's got it ready though. He was on the road. He was on
up
the
against
stairs.
A post or the old WCW entrance. He was leaning up against how
he had one leg up ready to go for 8 minutes.
And he's I think hyping himself up. And he's building up his status.
He's thinking about his daughter.
So that he's thinking about his daughter. She's thinking about coming out reading a Sylvia Plath poem. Fuck you, daddy. Everybody ever see Beyond the Bat? What's that? Fudge? What's that? Chocolate on my jacket?
I've seen it, but I don't know that much.
First of all, Jake said if we didn't get him some crack, he wouldn't let us talk about him tonight.
That's right.
So, Jake Roberts is gearing up for this thing. Jake Roberts is sitting down. Jake Roberts now gets in the ring, takes his bump. Some say he's still bumping. Some say that he is still falling down to the ring. He somehow simultaneously bumped 7 times. He somehow simultaneously bumped 7 times and 0 times at the same time. He fell like Jenga. He bumped all over the place, wildly face first, and then.
So it made a great thing that it was Sergeant Slaughter taking a bump at Raw 25 or whatever.
Yeah. He somehow landed on his ankle, then his knee, then his thigh, then his hip, and then
4
back
reps.
on his
all
same amount of reps.
Of his body hit.
Yeah,
the same amount of reps.
All 14 horizons.
The same amount of reps that came to help Cody Rhodes.
That's how many times
came out to help Jake Roberts, who
Yeah.
literally was sitting. My favorite part. There was a big to do behind him and big moment, and Jake Roberts was sitting on the thing going like this.
So that's what happened. He then sells out and then sits on the corner of the apron, and the things are
having an episode.
Things are happening.
He's having an episode.
And I go, Jake Roberts okay? You go, yeah, he's fine. I go, no, it looks like he's literally, and he's just like.
Have such an episode NXT to it in ratings.
Some Someone should check on Jake Roberts. Is all that I'm saying. Anyway, so that was my little fun bit from that.
Yeah. Also, the debuting Ethan Page did get bumped by 98-year-old Jake Roberts.
Yeah, he did. No. Who got the one? Ethan Page. Ethan Page got fucking clotheslined by Jake Roberts. That was the
DDT.
I go ironic. I go like sarcastic. I go, what a short arm. And then JR goes, not ironically, what a short arm.
Yeah. And then we got the hand kissing.
We got the hand kissing spot. Climbs up the ladder. They're both at the top of the ladder. Ethan Page kisses.
No,
Max. Max kisses.
Yeah, fucking Pentagon goes to Cero, Miedo, and then like fucking he just grabbed his hand and started kissing it, and then they get pushed over on the ladder. I'm like, what the fuck what was that?
That was a weird spot.
It's a Max Caster spot. It's prime time. A boombox. The JVC boombox came back.
The boombox came back. We had a little bit of back and forth with Max and Scorpio Sky.
It did not get. We're good with that one. Cody Rhodes came back and Cody Rhodes whipped.
He didn't come back. Cody Rhodes never left.
All right.
Can we get the Cody Rhodes on camera?
Because Cody Rhodes literally took a fucking bump. And the camera lingered on him. He had the shoulder. They brought out like 5 different refs, and he literally went to the back. I went to the bathroom during this time or something.
You thought that he did.
I thought he left, but apparently he was in the background the entire time.
He was in
waiting
the
tunnel, but on the shot.
And
again, the motherfucker's right, dude. He's right. Like, if I'm watching that match and Cody goes to the back, I'm just waiting for Cody to come back.
If you're seeing Sports Center tomorrow, all the bumps are Cody's bumps.
Yes.
And he was in the match for maybe 8 minutes total
And that's what stars do.
That's what Rhodes do.
Let's
fucking go.
That's what Dusties do.
Listen, that's
what.
Cut to us, John.
That's what.
You don't earn notebooks by not knowing what stars do.
I love the polka dots.
Those are polka dots.
Yeah.
I mean, bacon.
Well, there's stars in my eyes.
Well, there's 4 ropes. Well, there's 4 quarters.
Yeah, these 4 ropes. In between these 4 ropes.
Well, there's 12 ropes if they're not connected.
That's true.
Chris Silvestri did say that the whole time he was in the tunnel, I wanted to see Brandy come out to comfort him.
Oh, hey, you know what? That would have been a nice little pull back.
And then Snitsky comes out.
Oh, no.
We can't do that. Or Kane. Kane comes out as well.
Lights it on fire.
There is some fire later on.
Dude, well, AEW is the most tongue-in-cheek promotion of all time. You got to think, like, Snitsky's got to make a run. And then, like, Cody got to get the crossroads. Get the fuck out of there.
Snitsky's the Godfather. That's the only move. He needs to redeem himself.
That's his legacy.
It's been 15
That's
years.
His legacy.
I can now be trusted with babies. I'd like to be the Godfather.
For 15 years, I have noticed
a revolutionary force.
A revolutionary sport and kicking babies.
And I want to change that reputation. But yeah, so Cody and Sky end up on the ladder.
It's now
Sky knocks him down. Sky gets the Sonic Ring buoy. And yeah, new number 1 contender.
And then from there we had a little break, and then we came back, and it was the big signing. And it was none other than Christian Cage.
If you close your eyes,
with his TNA music.
With his TNA music.
It was the team music, which is pretty crazy. I think Don Callis is bringing him over, which is why I think they're getting the Canadian connection between them. We're getting a little Don Callis in there.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. But
and then I said, imagine if he came out. He was like, I don't like this contract. This contract's
isn't it nice that WWE let Christian go to TNA to do his whole Hall of Fame thing, and he also let him go to AEW to do his whole
face against them thing?
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that show would have been hilarious if you looked at it like, you guys should have sent these provisions over earlier.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Now that there's white,
not at all what we talked about.
You scanned this over to me. About 4 pages too small. I don't know what else is on this thing. But honestly, like of anybody, I don't want to see Kurt Angle wrestle more. I'd love to see Christian wrestle more.
I think he still got it.
And I want to see Christian versus Matt Hardy. I want to see Christian versus Chris Jericho. I think there's a couple.
Why are you naming all the matches that happened?
You've seen.
I want to see Christian versus MJF.
That was
I want to see Christian against Cody Rhodes.
I want to see Christian versus Dean Ambrose.
definitely fought Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way
I wanna see
Christian hasn't fought Cody Rhodes in a fight.
Yeah.
Give me Christian Jake Roberts. Give me Christian.
All of it.
I want Sting.
Christian Tully Blanchard.
Sting, Christian Arn,
Christian
Spine on the Pine.
Jake the Snake versus Sting in a
Yeah, give me Jake the Snake
cinematic
Sting, yeah.
match.
Yeah. Speaking of
which,
Speaking of cinematic matches, we got Sting and Darby Allin. It starts in
I fucking love this.
Darby's music, and they're like smashing windows, but their windows aren't.
Kissing and
They're not breaking.
no kiss.
I thought they did that.
No, you're thinking you're green.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
hitting the windows, and the windows weren't breaking.
That's right. Yeah. They did the.
So
I'm an anarchist.
No. It was I'm a hoodlum.
Because
First of all,
when he made his entrance, he came out with a bunch of other like hoodlums with Sting hoodlums. They were like, "Look at all these Sting Darby hoodlums."
when Darby's music first hit in that whole cinematic, and I had no idea this is to be cinematic, and I should have known that because it's 70-year-old Sting.
Yeah, they're not
But
going to
I-
put 70-year-old Sting in
But
there
I
without
thought
Jeff
that it
Farmer.
was going to be. I thought that it was going to be a thing. It became very apparent right off the bat that Taz was going to be talking through this whole thing. The second thing is that the music was straight up the first 8 beats to Stacy's Mom by Fountains. of
Yeah,
Wayne.
that's
There's
right.
no way. Go back, and there's no way the internet hasn't done this already because I heard it. There's
Stacey
no way it
Mom
was like
has
bum bum
got-
bum 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 bum.
It's
bum,
Darby's
bum,
song,
bum,
yeah.
bum, 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 bum. Oh, that's his music.
Stacey's
I'm sorry.
mom
Darby's
has
music comes out
got
to
it
Stacey's
going
mom.
on.
There's no two ways about it.
So this is I definitely agree with that. Like, so I didn't know it was cinematic. So when it first happened, I was like, this is corny, right? And then it's those two guys in the ring. And then the Darby music hits.
Yeah, cool.
And then the face paint, and like Sting got the half Darby face paint, Darby got the half Sting.
I love the half Sting
Dude.
and half Barbie.
All this shit's going good. They got the hoods. And then fucking Taz like, not for nothing. I bet you that beat up BMW is Sting's. And it's just like, dude, you fucking stink. Shut the fuck up.
Let it breathe.
Let it breathe.
Yeah.
This is like this just got cool. Let it be cool.
But that was like a very Warriors fucking match, dude. That was sick, dude. That was Sting Army versus Taz Army. Like they were kicking the shit people
But
on
the
the outside.
commentary ruined it. I
The
didn't need
commentary did ruin
commentary.
it. You could have let them talk to each other because they did talk to each other. There was moments where they were shooting the shit with each other.
Yeah.
That was great.
And like the thing with the cinematic matches are there is so much like trash talk between the guys,
Yeah.
like the wrestlers.
Like that was what was great about the cinematic match at WrestleMania, the Boneyard match. They were literally just talking shit to each other.
Like when
There could have been.
Nick, you like comic books, you like superheroes.
Yep.
In the Avengers, if Tony gets hit with something, right?
Yep.
Is he like right?
Yeah.
There's not someone else saying
Tony
like,
was hit with
Tony-
this.
Tony just got hit with a blaster beam.
It's not Stan Lee going over on top of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe War Machine just turned on him
If I'm watching a fucking a battle on screen, I don't want to hear narratives, dude.
Yes.
I'm watching my narratives.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I'm watching a sport with a sport presentation, I want commentators the same way I get commentators in sports. When it's presented to me like a movie, I don't want commentators. Shut your fucking big mouth.
Oh,
We're
the
already
whole commercial.
suspending this disbelief,
Yes.
or suspending this belief rather that we're in this world. We're in this
Yeah.
world
I
where
feel like I
anything
watched
can happen.
directors comment.
That's what. Yeah, it was almost like Mystery Science Theater talking
Plus,
over it.
It's not
your-
live. I don't want to be. I'm like I watch wrestling, but
It's
I'm
clearly
not
not live, and it's like and like Taz. Even in the beginning, when Taz starts, first of all, I'd just like to say that it's great that finally we got the culmination. We got the culmination after all these years of the Sting Taz feud.
I think
Finally.
Yeah.
And everybody was aching for it.
Can I say slow burn AEW?
Oh my gosh, tell me.
Okay, pretty soon.
So it's like
Christian
clearly
Taz.
in the beginning, Taz was like the way he was commentating. He's like, "Oh yeah, I kind of remember." It was almost like he was talking about it like after the fact, like he was talking about it that it had already.
Yeah, he's
been
like, wait for my
pre-taped.
boy here right now.
He was like the way he was talking about it is like he had seen it before. You know what I mean?
Matt, it took you so long to finish that. It's like you were dragging a bag of tongue.
Listen. Oh my
God,
God.
dragging a bag of tar, kicked him like a bag of tar.
I'm trying to be a gentleman, you know.
puts over. We'll just do it right now.
Yeah, do it right now.
Puts over the fact that he didn't say shit. Says he was dragging him around like a bag of tar. And then later, what is the spot?
Kicked him.
Someone kicks him, and he goes, wow, he really kicked the shit out of him, didn't he? Where? That was the perfect spot to say if you wanted to censor yourself, wow, he really kicked the tar out of him. It would have been way more, it would have made way more sense
like a
in
bag
your
of
brain than carry him like a bag of tar, which is like not a saying that's ever been said. But kick the tar out of is like beat the tar out of, which could have almost sounded like something your grandfather said.
And he said, member did say JR sounded like a bag of shit as well.
Oh, JR right off the bat sounded like the ending calls of WrestleMania 17 when Austin's shaking McMahon's hand. He's like,
dude, I think Excalibur's good every time they cut to him, and like I know it's just like
take the mask off.
Yeah.
It doesn't even.
And I know it's his thing, and it makes me feel like an asshole because but it does take me out of it because every time I see it, I literally go like every single time.
The mask is like.
Oh no! Over the fact that
the eye hole, you can see the eyes. He's
not even the bottom part is like way down the chin too, so it's like comedic.
Well, and the worst part is, dude, you're wearing a mask during a pandemic. The only thing not covered is your mouth and nose. What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing?
That's so true.
Let's just go to the main event.
Main event after this,
and it's now time for
your
main
event. One cool spot. Darby got fucking.
Oh, that was I don't want to go over this great fucking match. I loved it.
Yeah,
Darby
is
despite the fact of Taz talking over it and Shavante talking over it, which nothing they said couldn't have been equally gained by having bed music. That could have had a good score to it.
With them talking shit.
With them talking.
There was 6 people on the screen. They could talk some shit to
There was enough. And even when there was enough strings and horns and fucking, you could have scored that much better than Taz fucking fumbling and bumbling over it.
And Darby's a very vocal seller. Like there was times in our matches where I thought I was legit hurting him because he would be like, "Ugh!" And I'm like, oh shit, like what happened? You know what I mean? But like, what
I'm so sorry. I love skateboarders.
Yeah. I'm not against skateboard. You can skate.
No FX is great band. Sorry.
This
love CKY.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Jared's right.
They are jerks. So he's fucking nuts. But like I say, he's such a vocal seller. Great. He's a special talent. Don't fucking talk over him when he's actually few wrestlers are artists, dude. He's an artist. Don't just shit out.
He was taking straight back bumps on fucking concrete, getting through windows.
Oh, there was some thumpy shit that happened.
Was cracking jokes
where they did leave the natural sound, and that's why the natural acoustic, accompanied with a semi-decent score. And this is a company that's not afraid to pay money. They literally could have hired somebody to score it, or they could have public domain. Fucking search for
epic score on YouTube.
Tony Khan doesn't have enough money to buy for.
No, he can't. That's why. That's the only thing is when
I could buy an orchestra.
When I thought he could get John Williams, he really could. Tony Khan, if he woke up one morning and says, "I'm going to hire John Williams for this," he could have hired John Williams for it.
Well, too bad he can't afford explosions.
Motherfucker, he could get Beethoven restored and be like, "Listen, we can figure this out, Beethoven. Let's get a good score going." We're gonna get these fucking.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, Beethoven, you're back. Guess what? Check your right ear. He's like, oh my god, I can hear out of it. So...
He's like Jackson.
And he literally plays the Beethoven's like that.
But it's terrible now.
Fucking zombies! Goddamn fucking zombies! All right, can we just get to it?
Yeah.
So we get to Kenny Omega.
Oh, jeez, Crow.
John Moxley.
And I'm not.
John Moxley.
And we get a introduction from Onita. Gives a little big thing. History of the barbed wire match.
Yes.
Oh, that's what that was? I thought it was
Yakahusha Tunazari.
Did I mix the names up?
I thought it was Daisuke Matsusaka.
I thought it was Ricky.
I thought it was Rari Nagagumi.
So we get the history of the
I think it was Washadita Odinawa.
Exploding barbed wire.
No, it's sorry. No, I can't do it. It's a Don Rickle joke, so I definitely can't do it.
Yeah, Johnny Carson appreciated it. We can't do this one.
So it's that. I get the history of the exploding barbed wire ring match, and there's barbed wire on all three sides.
Well, there's three ropes.
All three ropes.
3 sides that explode, and all boards with barbed wire.
There's boards with nails and boards with bigger nails, and boards with nails so big that they will
shit on the outside. And the first thing you notice is the referee in a full fucking hazmat
Oh my
suit.
god! How ridiculous! Was it Remsburg? Was it Bryce Remsburg?
It was with the goggles, like the face shield.
He was spreading insulin inside Matt's basement 20 weeks ago. Here he is now.
It was, yeah. It looked like my dad painting a basement.
Someone looked like Heisenberg. But
great.
We had a great spot early on in this matchup. We had the revival of, as we mentioned before we went live, the pocket sand.
That's right.
Pocket sand.
Talk about all right. We did.
Matt Hardy
Matt Hardy had the pockets that were fully
sewn
formed
into his gear.
Yep.
And John said, "I love Matt Hardy's pockets." And I said, "Well, how else do you expect him to throw sand at people?" And then we seen pocket sand
We
later.
called it Fuji, but then we call it pocket sand later. And then pocket sand came out.
It literally did.
And then there was that little good spot. You guys said he took the barbed wire and raked it across his hand.
No, that was really good. Well, are you talking about the figure four?
All right, so
this is where Ambrose wrapped it around him.
Let's talk about the match. So before the match started, me and Baker were talking about Moxley, and we're like, "Can he deliver this match?"
We have an agreement.
We have a disagreement with John Moxley. I love John Moxley. I think the guy's got great promos. I think he can go in the ring. I think he not go in the ring to the point where he's a fucking like 5-star every time he gets in there. I think he's always great stories, and he knows what he wants to do when he ring. I know he gets like he said he got frustrated in the WWE because he wasn't able to go all out. So like the Hell in the Cells, the Elimination Chambers, like the Harker matches they want to do, the Brock Lesnar match that he wanted to do, they wanted to get out of the way, and that he wasn't able to like get all of his moves in. So when they tell him, hey, so what I thought was weird, real quick, was that he had to have an unsanctioned match with Kenny Omega in the beginning, but now the sanctioned match is the bar exploding board match.
The Athletic Commission's like, you know what?
Hey, AEW's like, hey, listen, guys, we don't agree with this no holds barred match. We want holds, but we also want boards with bar. But let me tell you, they need to explode as well. And 3 sides of this ring need to be covered in barbed wire. But like John Moxley literally cut himself 8 minutes into the match, and from then on, it was just fucking a barn burner. It was great.
So the spot I did like where you're breaking the barbed wire was when Omega had him in a figure 4. Ambrose grabbed the chair, raked it across his knee to release it. So this match had a lot of good, but Jesus, did it have a terrible.
Oh, I don't want to get there. I don't want to get there.
There's a couple things.
There's a lot of great stuff.
Matt, you actually wanted me to write down Batman stunt show.
So I worked.
There's a lot of bad stuff.
Before we even get to Batman stunt show, this is what he was putting Mox over for a while. This is my one hang up on him. I don't see him as a tough guy the way I think he sees himself as a tough guy.
As tough as he's,
I see him as tough the way I seen Mick Foley as tough. That's not saying he's not tough, but I'm not afraid of him kicking my ass. I'm afraid of Brock.
I'm afraid of his threshold of pain. I'm afraid of how manic he is.
Yes.
I'm not afraid of him knocking me out.
You call him a word, and you agree with Vince McMahon. You call him zany.
I agree with Vince 100%. He is much more the condom hot dog guy to me than he is the fucking psycho with barbed wire guy to me. Like,
he's the guy that can fall to a projector of Bray Wyatt in the ring, or grab a plugged-in TV from under.
Dude, I know a lot of people on the internet.
That's not his fault, though.
No,
shit ending. His fault.
He's CCW tough.
But I'm saying yes. See, like that's a different kind of tough.
Yeah.
You could take an ass kicking, but like I don't. fear him giving me one. Dude, motherfucker came out to the ring with a flask, couldn't even open it until he got to the ring.
That's right.
He was struggling to open it. What a minute, dude. So like, this is what you do if you can't open something. You try to twist it a couple times, it doesn't work. So you turn your back to everyone, you pretend you got it open, you take a swig, and then you fucking didn't even do that. Just put it back in his pocket.
You let it beat him.
Wait till he got it, and then he
did the job for the fucking flask.
But then he takes a big swig of it. It's like, like he's a badass. Like, and I looked to Nick and I said, if Brock Lesnar did that, I would be grabbing you and shaking you right now.
Yeah.
I said he did it, and I just chuckled.
Yeah.
Like that's where.
So like you're more afraid of the fact that he will go through 100 legs than you are afraid of him kicking you ass. No, you're more like, wow, this motherfucker's crazy. He's gonna go through a fucking 100 leg tubes.
Yes,
but you're not afraid he's gonna put you through 100 leg tubes.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's where like I see this, and I know AEW like does have a smaller roster. And Ambrose, like, dude, I was very surprised when we were on the show together. He is a big dude. But he just doesn't have like that bad motherfucker to him. Yeah. He has that I'm weird motherfucker.
Crazy.
I'm zany.
Yeah.
Like I'll fucking wrap some barbed wire around my arm, dude, but like he ain't doing that. Like this, and this is what I mean about like guys with big personalities, big balls, right? He can say all the shit he wants, how he's like, oh, I'm the most dangerous guy in wrestling, and I can make my voice sound like this. He had a chance with Brock. That was a Brock Lesnar match.
Yeah.
So how fucking bad are you? Fucking bad are you?
That was a Brock up against like.
That's my point on it.
Yeah, he didn't want to sell it for anything.
And speaking of Brock Lesnar stuff, two things. Speaking of Brock Lesnar stuff, it feels like he did all. Thank God Brock. Thank God Brock said no to all those things because he got to do them all tonight. I feel like tonight was literally all the shit Brock wouldn't let me do show.
Yeah. Wait, real quick. So they had. I thought it was a good match.
No.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yes.
We're
being facetious.
I feel so bad.
I will say that the ropes weren't really covered in barbed wire because all the barbed wire was faced to the ground, so there was no grabbing. But then they went through the table and there was grabbing. And when he went through the table on the side of the ropes, there was snag. When they got thrown through the ropes, it was literally only for the blow up. When he got thrown out of the ring and they did the big spot onto the board, that's when Matt goes, this is a Batman stunt show.
So the first thing I ever did in performing was the Batman. I was like a Looney Tune at Six Flags. And then I was in the Batman Thrill Spectacular.
That was
Six Flags.
When you were at, I worked at Six Flags.
I never got better.
Dude, I worked at Six Flags, and that's the pinnacle of working at Six Flags.
Yes, absolutely.
To get to that point, where you work your
way
the
up. Batman stunt show.
When you work way up,
if you can believe it, I was the Riddler and Two-Face. So I know what those pyro hits look like. It's almost like if you were in like a Wild West show or anything like that, or any sort of Disney theme park or something. I know pyro hits.
And if you guys see,
so I recognized that the force was not coming from the ones on the ropes, and I didn't see those. And I thought you told me that they were there, and I didn't believe it. But those were the bullet hits. Those are the pink popcorn ones. The booms are coming from giant mortars on either side of the ring, and they had one on either side of the ring on the floor, and they had two mounted in, and I would refer to those as like the cane shots. Those are the cane things that they come. Those are the big poopy ones. So I knew it, like, no point. There's no pyro guy that would ever hit boom next to somebody's face, and these all had to be planned. You have to get a licensed guy that will be like, yes, I will take into my, because they're all part of a union, I will take under my realm of responsibility.
The referee is wearing
this as long as he has a complete head-to-toe white painting outfit, a face shield from COVID, black latex gloves that would melt to his skin.
A referee's outfit.
If anything,
a referee's outfit.
It was the most non-flame retardant thing that I ever saw.
Backdraft Kurt Russell walking.
Dude, Bryce Redsburg. That thing, if you caught on fire, Bryce Redsburg, that thing would have melted your skin. In no way, shape, or form was that retardant. They said it was retardant, and it was retardant how much they said it was retardant.
Come on, man.
Retardant.
It's retardant. how much it was. Yeah.
Basically, all I'm saying is like it doesn't take that much common sense to realize where the explosion and the energy is coming from.
But that was only on the outside part because the inside part was coming from the ropes. So the
there
outside
were bullet
part,
hits. That's what I'm saying. Those were the popcorn hits that show a thing, but those were also accompanied by every time a sideways thing.
So when
not
they did,
to mention
when they
that's
did
the hardest part of the
part was they did the outside where they went to 2 boards and there's 2 full fucking boards and not in the middle, not on the inside,
yes,
but way on the outside,
the
further away
corners
from them that they could ever land. They had the thing blow up where they had a terrible angle and that kind of foreshadowed.
Oh, was that bad, Nick?
This ending.
Was that bad, Nick? Was that bad when the explosion was only 12 inches from their body? Because boy, do I have a story for you.
So let's get to the countdown. Of a minute left.
Let me do it.
So there was a lot in this.
They said 30 minutes. We talked about it.
Yes. Well, so this is what I really love that they did. The whole 30-minute explosion thing. They hyped the shit out of that.
Don't do it.
The heel cheated to win before 30 minutes. Excellent.
Yeah.
Genius booking. It's exactly what you want to do.
Yep. Take that away from everybody. But they wanted to give it.
Yeah, then they wanted to, dude. It was bad. There's like no way around it. There's no way to sugarcoat it.
Wait, we were asking real quick though. There was
ending,
6 minutes.
That was rough.
There was maybe 5 or 6 minutes of them beating up Moxley, where not one face came out to help him, up until
and then you go. Does Moxley have any friends? I was like, have you ever fucking met him? I said, unless Rollins and Reigns are coming through that door, I don't think he fucking has one.
I know 2 friends, and they don't work here. They go to a different school.
Yeah, school in Canada. They go to
2 friends go to a school across the lake.
Yo, so Eddie Kingston comes out, and it's like, we got to get out of here, Mox. We got to get out of here, Mox.
And it is
30 seconds.
literally
seconds.
MacGruber.
Yo, and like
15 seconds, Mox.
And the countdown sounds like it's a
cocksucker. It sounded like it was literally sudden death with Jean-Claude Van Damme. And then the equivalent of you handing your niece sparklers the 4th of July.
No, Chris Jericho's Goldberg entrance.
Gilbert's entrance.
Goldberg's entrance is much more dangerous.
Fuck yeah, he's got that plus a mesothelioma.
And he's fucking bashing
his fucking head. If somebody came out and bashed his head like Goldberg's door, that would have been more dangerous.
This is like the Psycho Sid entrance. Just sit in the background.
Here's the thing that would have been crazy. I would have accepted at this point, and I still would have guffawed. Still would have LOL'd, but not as much as I did if the Wrestling Society X fake lightning bolts hit. If any sort of Undertaker fake pyro hit accompanied with the explosion. Even if the whole screen went white, if they literally went 3, 2, 1, white out, blah, and then a high-pitched squeal like a cinematic fucking, where am I? Saving Private Ryan, shaving Ryan's privates. They fucking.
They use that both of them?
None of they did. You see, I'll show you the second one.
Only the second one.
None of that.
Here's the thing, though. What they should have done was they literally cleared out. They cleared out the ringside area. The ringside area is just wrestlers. The wrestlers can leave. They could literally blow up the entire ringside area and then have the ring drop to the ground.
Tony,
you don't have to fucking worry about these guys in the middle of this 18-foot ring.
What
you can
state
blow
is
up
this?
everything out of the outside.
What state
Florida loves it.
They love fireworks in Florida.
Blow the fucking shit
swamp.
up. Blow
the fire can only get so far.
There.
It's a swamp.
They are 50 feet away.
Listen, it's Jacksonville, and Trevor Lawrence ain't there yet.
The fireworks aren't going off yet in Jacksonville, Tony Khan says. You literally had every fucking wrestler that was on the ground was gone. They had a ton of field to play there. Why are you sending all that shit like that? That was terrible.
Guys, any sort of digital effect would have done, and you're talking to somebody who hates digital effects, any sort of digital effect,
give me
any
a
sort of
Yoda.
Give me anything. Give me a blackout. Give me anything. Give me a, oh my God, the camera's cut out. And
like they'll
never,
World Series that had the
earthquake, 89.
Yeah, give me 89.
89.
They'll
never let us.
McGuire saying, hey, you want me to talk about this earthquake? Do you want me to see any more dingers? Everyone's like, any more dingers. He starts fucking hitting dingers.
They'll never let us show that one again. I don't care. Anything.
Yeah, give me something other than that shit terrible ending. The best part about it though was Eddie Kingston, King of the Death Match, had to sell that shit where they had to
no, that's
Eddie
the worst
Kingston
part.
And then there's the moment.
No. That's not the best part. Dude, I've been involved in wrestling for a while now. And when you're in those moments, you feel like the biggest asshole in the world. They booed it
immediately.
And like, dude, for a guy who's been around as long as he has, worked as hard as he has to get to where he is, did the shit he had to do to get to where he is in terms of like taking crazy bumps and shit and like fucking crazy spots. I felt so bad for him in that moment. Dude.
Wait, how about the
fact
that
it went from like, oh, dude, this is like laughably bad to like, oh, fuck, dude, this sucks.
The thing is, there's not a lot of crowd
and there was
either.
Those moments.
There's not a lot of crowd either, and that one person in the crowd could try to make the crowd do something where they're like, holy shit. And everyone was like, boo.
No, so
they got it back, but
I thought at first they're going NXT, and I was like, oh no,
I never. Savage.
And then they go Eddie, and I was like, okay, good.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh thank God.
But they don't. There was the moment. So first the sparklers hit, if I'm being fair. First the sparklers hit, and then the cane, but less than cane.
It was pops. It was like throwing a pop at the ground.
Those 4 hit, and then we're waiting, and I was like,
seriously, throwing 4 pops at the ground.
Those 4 hit, and Eddie's like still covering, and I'm like, oh my god, here comes the bad one.
I want the big one,
and the bad one never came. Well, the bad one came.
He was dead. He was like Eddie Kingston was dead on top.
Dude, they pulled him off. He was pulled off like this. Like, give me ring shaking.
I have zero money. Look what we did tonight. We did this. It's not exactly as pretty as we're ever going to make it, but we figured it out, and this is the first step in a long journey.
And all right, honestly,
Tony Khan has money. They have production money. They will never.
WCW ending.
We could probably go to White, and we're figuring out this program right now.
In 8 minutes, we could probably come up with a digital effect of this room exploding.
Yo, and this is the shit.
Save for.
Can I lay on top of John?
Yes, you can do that. Either way. Save for the Dean Ambrose Fastlane finish where the fucking thing exploded. Another Dean Ambrose fucking thing for WWE.
That was it.
That was the finish. It was like just as anticlimactic as that.
But no, I disagree.
That one was better. Oh, fuck yeah.
Because it exploded in his face. He threw it like, what the fuck was that? Turns, gets hit with a finish. That was great.
My only problem with that one.
Also,
everyone hated that one, and I thought that was good.
And they weren't telling you a TV will explode at the end of this match.
Yes.
They were telling you that a ring will explode at the end of this match. And they were counting down at the end because they were so confident in how this would happen. They had the Cesaro music going in the background. They were so fucking up their own ass that this would be great no matter what. Now I'm telling you, tomorrow.
But you also are a WWE fanboy. You gotta admit that.
Oh no, but I love AEW too. I think AEW is great. I want them to expand. I want them to be better than they are. Are you telling me that AEW are going to be tomorrow going? It's pretty good.
No, they're everybody. I think everybody everyone that's better than us is right now ripping them on the internet.
I hope they do. I hope they do. They need to rip that shit.
Dude, they
need to slap in the face.
So because I like AEW and like dude, there's people like I know that work there and shit. So like it's like weird, right?
No one died.
So being to watch like them on this like big level, right? Like that's fucking awesome for me. Like it's cool, but you got to be able to get criticism if you do something not good.
Yeah,
and that was not good.
That was not good.
That was not good.
You know,
it was just, and it was only one ingredient off.
Yeah, the studio was good though.
Something
studio has no ingredient off.
That's the studio, all the ingredients. A lot of adobo, yeah.
That bar back there, I think a couple more chairs should be. I think we need a couple more chairs.
So I don't know. There's not too much to gain for burying them all night. I just want to say that like there was a digital effect or two that was off. Overall, I enjoyed it, but does anybody have any final thoughts as we head into the final?
Wait, I'll give you a couple of things that happened on here. Chris Silvestri did say that one of the best matches, but worst endings ever. Oh my God. Eric Hunting said best room, $3 a month can buy.
Hey, thanks.
But I feel like that's an exclamation point. Of course it is. Chris Silvestri did say Eddie Kingston is this badass gangsta. No, Dean Ambrose too. But yet they are both dead from sparklers around the ring. That's what we were talking about. I agree. And then Chris Silvestri did say Eric Hunting, yes, better than a $50 pay-per-view. We are better than a $50 pay-per-view on this.
Whatever we do, let's never go to this shot again.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, Untrained on the page, Untrained
side by side
was better than AEW last night. Watching those people play, going out in fucking going out in a Canadian, what was it? Outside
of what's in the box match?
What's in the box match on Untrained tonight was better than AEW.
Not great, guys.
No, not the whole pay-per-view. You're making some pay-per-view stuff.
No.
Just the finish.
Yeah.
It did.
All right. Well, this is the first time. Last time. No, I'm just kidding. First time.
This is the first time we're gonna be doing a lot of this.
Yeah,
dude. I love this.
First
stuff.
time we're in the studio. We're gonna be doing.
We're gonna have post shows every show.
We're gonna be trying to do post shows. We're gonna definitely be building.
He said, "Trying." We're doing a.
Well, we're definitely gonna be building up our YouTube channel for sure. Getting lists out there, getting review shows like this, and just trying to get more content for you guys. So, hope you guys enjoyed the event, and if you didn't watch it, hope you enjoyed our review recap. Why are you making terrible noise for our listeners?
I wasn't making any noise for them.
You were just rubbing the mic like it was a cock.
Well, I'll fucking rub that.
Yeah, like it was a
like
cock.
it was a cock.
Get your
you do it. You
get
saw
your dick beaters
you
off
saw
that microphone.
you saw his beautiful hands that was moving us.
You have soft hands. I will.
Almost as soft as Crystal Data's skull. Thank you for joining us, everybody. That was a good time. That was a fun time. We should make that into an episode.
Keep waving, is it done?